Assalamu alaikum. You know, one of the great stories from the Seerah that is just absolutely a treasure trove of lessons, if you really analyze it and reflect on it, is the story of Ka'b ibn Malik, when he didn't go on the expedition with Rasulullah ﷺ to Tebuk. And there were many people who didn't go. Most of them were munafiqeen. Ka'b was not munafiq. But for some reason he didn't go. He was perfectly healthy, perfectly strong, perfectly capable and perfectly able, but he didn't go. That alone is something to think about. That a good man can just procrastinate, can just not have the motivation and just not perform the way he should. He doesn't even know why, but it happens. He has no excuse. So when the Rasulullah ﷺ came back and the people had to present their excuses to him about why they didn't join the Ghazwa, people came and they gave their excuses, and the Rasulullah ﷺ accepted their excuses and forgave them and let them go. But when Ka'b came, he said, this is another lesson, subhanallah, in the behavior of Rasulullah ﷺ. He said something that's so beautiful and so touching and so observant. He said, Ka'b said, when I came to Rasulullah ﷺ to offer my excuse or to my explanation, he smiled at me the smile of an angry person. This is how Rasulullah ﷺ expressed his anger and his disappointment in Ka'b. He smiled at him, but he could tell this wasn't a normal smile. Rasulullah ﷺ was upset. And Ka'b said, I have no excuse. Basically, he said, I have no excuse. I don't even know why I didn't go. And so Rasulullah ﷺ said, as for this man, he told the truth. In other words, he's saying, all of these other people with their excuses, they weren't telling the truth. Yet he accepted their excuses and forgave them. So here, you see, accountability is an honor. Being held accountable is an honor because it means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants better for you. He wants you to improve. To just be let go and to not have high expectations placed upon you and a high standard of behavior expected of you means you're not going to improve, you're not going to advance, and you're not going to get the reward that comes from that advancement. So Rasulullah ﷺ put Ka'b in a difficult position by saying, we have to wait and see what Allah is going to do with this man. What is Allah's judgment about this man for having stayed behind from the Ghazwa without an excuse? But he told the truth and said, I have no excuse. I don't know why I didn't go. The fact that he was honest and that he felt bad about what he had done, and then Allah decided about him, but it took a long period of time, 40 days. No one was talking to him, no one was interacting with him. He was basically boycotted by everyone because they didn't know what was the status with him. But for those munafiqeen, and for the people who just gave excuses that were lies, their lives went on as normal. No discomfort, no problems, no nothing. But for the man who is trying to do the right thing, who's trying to be good, and who's being held accountable, more is expected of him, and people can be disappointed in him. And this is a serious burden to bear, but the reward of it is great. So being held accountable is an honor, and it is the means to improvement and advancement and reward. Just some random thoughts. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.